Whenever we were in Geometry Dash Update 2.1, I always dreamed of just, teleporting into 2.2 and then just to check out some of the bugs that were in 2.1, if those were fixed, some of the smallest things, if they were fixed or if the smallest changes have been made. For example, if you went here and then went back, you actually would drop off in like the wrong page or something. But now this has been fixed. So just going back and seeing that these things have been fixed is pretty cool. But like a year ago or so, before 2.2 came out, I made a video called Unanswered Geometry Dash Questions, and this is the video, and it basically has a bunch of questions that were unanswered about Geometry Dash 2.2, and now we have 2.2. So we can go through these questions and see which one of those we have fixed, and we can just answer the questions that we always had in 2.1. This is a video that I should have probably done a long time ago, but I mean, with 2.2 coming out, it's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we have to check out first. First, we gotta like learn the entirety of the editor, which took a bit more than a year, I must say. Okay, so my first point was that we didn't have like any information about a new trail. Now, this is the 2.1 editor. This is just a mod that I made, which basically makes it a 2.2 thing. But my concern was that there wasn't any information about a new trail. But now we can go over here and see that indeed there is no new trail of this type, because we completely didn't know that there was going to be a new type of trail that you can use. And this one Robtop seems like he is kind of experimenting with. He added this fire and a bunch more, custom trails that you can buy yourself from here, which honestly look pretty cool. But to be honest, that is true. There are no trails in 2.2, no extra ones of the ones that we know. It would have been a lot cooler to have a bunch of more just custom new shapes of, trails that you could have behind your ship or behind your UFO or behind your icon whenever he hits a jump orb or a pad. That would have been pretty cool. I mean, there's still a bunch of slots for more of these guys, but yeah, I mean, I'll accept like these Shipfire 4. Why not? But yeah, this is something that concerned me, and now finally we have the answer. Okay, and my second concern was the fact that the profile was so big, like the items that we had over here, that I thought the jetpack is going to be displayed in here as well, so that everything would be kind of crammed into this small section. But apparently I was wrong, and you could simply click on the ship, which is honestly a pretty cool idea of, doing that, because in the future you might be able to, click on the wave to, reveal the new game mode that is going to be available instead of the wave in platformer mode specifically, or click on the swing copter and reveal something new. That's actually a very excellent idea by Robtop, as opposed to adding the jetpack over here. I was always concerned about that this menu is kind of getting smaller and smaller and more things are getting added. Like imagine 2.3, Robtop has said that he's going to add a new game mode. He already has an idea about that game mode, so I don't know how you can come up with a new game mode idea at this point. I mean, I actually do come up with a lot of new game modes ideas on my main channel, but I mean like really cool ones that could make it to the official game. But yeah, they are not gonna fit on the screen, brother. There ain't no way they're gonna be fitting here. Aha, okay, so next up we have this was like, we were back in 2.1, like you have to put yourself into perspective, like we didn't have the update, we didn't have 2.2, and the only thing we had at that point was this trailer, and it basically had the spider, and then the swing, and then the spider again. And let's actually see what that is. Ooh, that's the jetpack. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I thought that was going to be, I honestly thought that was going to be like the new animations or something else, because Robtop did say that these guys are going to be equipped or something. So I thought it was going to be in here, but adding them in there actually makes a lot of sense because this is a star. So you could have like the custom things that your icon could have, like the animation, trail, and whatnot. So that is actually pretty smart, like having a jetpack over there. I was concerned that the jetpack is going to be added in here or maybe below the ship, but I think that's also fair. Maybe below the ship would make a bit more sense, but that's pretty okay. Okay, so this is what the second spider thing is. Okay, and I actually thought back then that, you know, these guys would be equipped through the robot. So somewhere in here we would have a section where you can do that, and then basically the spider ones would be in here, but it doesn't make that much sense because they are only like 3. So yeah, you don't want to just, you know, put them randomly on here. I think this was the better option. Okay, my next concern, oh my god, I'm actually putting myself back in perspective, which is awesome. Back in 2.1, I was concerned that quests were only going to be for stars. So as you guys can see, if you collect 15 stars, you're going to get 20 diamonds. I thought there was going to be like a new quest just for moons, but apparently it was like mixed. So if you get stars or moons, it's going to count. Although this icon is literally just a star, but maybe it means just featured or something like, you know, rewarding level in Geometry Dash. However, now that I think about it, I think it would be awesome to have quests that literally require you to get some moons, require you to basically just force you to play some platformer levels. I think Rob should start forcing people to play platformer levels before we get into the map. And yeah, this would have then the moon icon, of course, and this way these guys that don't like platformer mode, they're gonna have some quests on queue before they can move on. And they're gonna have to beat some platformer levels, baby. Oh, this one we actually still haven't gotten. Back in 2.1, I was concerned that top 100 would be for stars, okay? But where's the top 100 for moons, right? Where's the moon leaderboard? We still haven't heard anything about that. And honestly, I think it's about time we add that because people are still like competing. We have Smithy with the most moons so far over here. Oh, 11,713 and 11,000. Ooh, so this guy, Bungus, has more moons than the top. See, you guys, if we had a leaderboard, we would see that. That's actually something that we definitely need as well. I thought it was going to be like added in here or something, but it wasn't. So yeah, it would be kind of crazy to have 2.2 released and you go onto this leaderboard and it's literally like the top one has like 3 or 4 moons that they got from like the tower. That would be insane. Like if you beat like instantly, if a new platformer level gets rated and you beat it instantly and then you refresh the leaderboard, you will end up on the top 1 list. That would have been crazy. So maybe adding it way too early is not a good idea. Maybe waiting is the best idea. Let's see what's next. Okay. So my next concern was, are we gonna get the moons displayed on our profile? And that was actually a pretty nice concern because we had the diamonds, if you guys remember. So as you guys can see, this is how the profile looked like back in 2.1. We had diamonds instead of moons. And now the diamonds have been moved over there, but when 2.2 first came out, these numbers were actually rounded. So it said 3.2k instead of 3,210. And there weren't any commas, so it was kind of weird and nobody liked it. So Robtop changed it and it's no longer rounded. I think that's much better like that, having the moons and the stars displayed as opposed to the diamonds, which is completely useless. Yeah, that's much better, but I kind of feel like this button is kind of out of place. I don't know, it just looks very weird. Do you guys think that too? Yeah, and people like this guy, for example, like imagine displaying all of this and then on top of that also the moons. Bro would be having numbers that cannot be read. So yeah. Okay. That's kind of unfortunate. I thought there was gonna be like a new. I didn't think that, but I was questioning myself if there is gonna be a new difficulty beyond Extreme Demon. But apparently, yeah, in 2.2 there isn't. And I was kind of upset because 2.1 brought like a lot of, like it focused a lot on getting these demons, you know, categorized into harder and easier ones. So, wow, this menu looked different. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I think these have been changed now, like the colorblind things. I don't think it's like that for the cyan orb or for any of these guys. I think the symbols have changed. But my concern here was that, you know how they are for these guys and all of that, but what about like the dual and the mini? I thought there was going to be an indications for them as well because they're still different. I mean, you know, colors could be confusing, but nah, there aren't. So yeah, that's an answered question of 2.2 now. Oh my god, look at this. This was my recreation of the 2.2 garage from only using like the available colors. Look at this. Oh my god. This kind of looks heat. Oh my god, this is so fewer objects. This is insane compared to this. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Oh, and that was actually the point in time. When was this? This was like a year ago, like on the 30th of October. So that was literally a day after RobTop said that he's gonna make a new like free game. Ah, okay. So on the trailer, you couldn't see the moons on here, but now they are disabled, displayed. So that's pretty cool, right? And I think that was it. Oh my god! Imagine Dash looked like this. That would have been crazy because that's literally the final thing we had of Dash. But now we have the entirety of it, buddy. Let's flip and go. Right, I think that's it for this video. Make sure to slap that like, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.